Hello, my friend, wherever you are. I'm sending you love, the power of positivity, and vitamin D. There's no vitamin D today. It's overcasting. You can see through the window. Actually, whenever it's brighter outside, it doesn't matter if it's sunny or not. It's still really, really bright, so you can't tell. But it is overcasting. We can look at this side of the window. But my friend, welcome to the Gazillionaires Club. So briefly, be like water. What does that mean? Be like water. Flow with the current. So my friend, when I first came to Mexico, I landed in the city called Merida. When I first looked at the word, I was like Merida, but it's actually Merida. And I remember when I was there, every morning I got up, I went for a walk, I got my coffee, and I would come back around like 4 or 5, and that was the pattern. I was super excited every day during that time. When I was in Cancun, it was the same way, but Cancun was actually more exercise. So I got up around 9 or 10, and then I did a lot of walking when I was in Cancun. Man, I usually got home around like, any time between 5 or 7, and I left the house around like 10. So most of the time I went and I got, lunch, dinner, but I did a lot of walking. I got hell of blisters on my feet and a lot of sunburn. So that's what I remember about Cancun. And when I was in Chetumal, I stayed home most of the time. I started working out, and I did my video editing, caught up with my work. So, and here I am at Oaxaca. And, I'm going to be here for another 10 days, but I feel like I missed this place already. Just because every morning, I usually like brew my coffee. I would sit here, sunrise from that way mean that way, and then it set right that way. There's a window there. That's where the sun set. Oh my God. You know what I mean? And it's really, really bright. I love this place. Like, that's why I spend a lot of time here too. And I usually go out like, after 6, because that's when the sun set, and the park closes at 7. So I need to get there before, at 6. So that will give me an hour to do the pull-ups during the day. I work out here, usually about an hour to an hour and a half, just squatting, sit-ups, and, stretches. And, when I say be like water, flow with the current, like, even though, like, a lot of these places that I have been to, it's not easy to let go, but at the same time, it is. And, when I look at successful people in business, in life, in politics, in whatever, in general, when I look at people, right? The people that have a lot tend to have a lot to lose. And, through my observation, what I think is happened, sometimes when we want to reach to a certain point in life, we want to have certain amount of money, certain amount of status, whether that is families, legacy, whether in the past something happened and we swear to ourselves that, hey, I will never be in that position again, something. And I realized that it drove people, it it gives them the superpower to do what they want to reach that goal. But I realize once they get there, they tend to question, okay, I'm here now. What do I do from here? Where do I go from here? I'm enlightened, bitches. And for example, if people if people didn't get there, they would spend their whole life trying to get there. But once they got there, then they question. So it's a continuous journey. Now, when I say flow with the current, swim or be like water, like when water is being poured into a cup, you become the cup. When when water is poured into the dirt, or you're screwed because the dirt is absorbing you. What? But when we look at the river, right? It flows, and if you are water, then it's very flexible. And I think in life we should be flexible, or at least learn how to be flexible. Have a mindset, know what you want, but then at the same time, just understand that sometimes when we don't get the things that we want, it's actually a good thing, right? Because if we keep on being persistent, yes, it's good to be persistent. But in life, I've learned from personal experience, especially with the DUI, where I was at the bottom of my life, and I ended up working at the retirement home, and it gave me a whole different life perspective. When I was partying, paycheck to paycheck, I came to the point where I was at the bottom, but it took me a while, to realize that there is life is trying to show me something. Check out these nuts. And I couldn't see it unless I'm ready to see it. You know what I mean? I feel like if life didn't push me to the very bottom, or kind of push me into a different direction, I would have never seen that perspective. And it just in business, in politics, and people that are trying to make it, and when they don't make it, they feel like they gotta spend their whole life, or they gotta do everything that they can to make it. And once they make it, they're like, Now, everything that I just said, be like water, flow with the current, does not mean that, when you start a project, if it doesn't go your way, you give up. No, you give everything you got. You do the best that you can, but do not suffer if you don't get it. You know what I mean? That's why, as much as I'm here, I'm sharing my opinion about this whole pandemic. With the mask and how I feel about the world, and how it's like a big illusion, right? But at the same time, I'm able to maintain my own happiness, because if I don't, I will suffer a lot. Calm as a breeze, watching time slow beautifully. And when I say when I say I can maintain my happiness, it means that I can simply put it aside. I can simply let it go at any moment, no matter how bad it can be, or how stressful I am about life. And trust me, I do get stressed out about life sometimes. But the thing is, every time when that happens, working out is one of them. Going out in nature is one of them. Learning to accept is one of them. it's so easier said than done. But I think, there is a quote like, we don't need more successful people. We need people that are happy at where they are. And like, because wherever we are, I feel like there are people that are much worse to where we are. But then at the same time, like, I feel like, that's why there are people out there that are helping other people by spreading the message, whether that is finance, whether that is, the illusion that we're living in, whether that is uncovering the truth, whether, I feel like everyone is doing something to help humanity grow as a species.
I buy Bitcoin, silver, and gold while you still living in your mama's basement catching the corona cold. Look at me, I'm the definition of wealthy. Look at you, it's like looking at Hello Kitty.
But then here is my message to those people, and including myself as well. Sometimes the things that we want don't go the way that we want, and it's okay. It's okay to take a step back and, take care of yourself. Because I feel like, if we keep on forcing it, eventually we're gonna lose, sight of where we want to go. And people that are so determined for power, status, money, because of something happened to them in the past, whether, traumas, whether legacies, I realized that, those people, they will sacrifice, they will do whatever it takes to make it to the top. And when we make it to the top, all of the people that we pass in our lives, they were affected by the decision that we've made to be at the top. And, and the cycle, it passes from one person to another. It's kind of like that energy, right? Like, we are the energy that we give out. And, if we do whatever it takes to make it to the top, eventually those energy going to consume us. I would definitely sell my soul. I suck a dick. I do anything. Just give it. And, that's why being water is not easy, okay? I think, people that are religious, people that are spiritual, people are, they do meditation, they get together, they go to church, they go to the temple, they go to the mosque. It's the same kind of concept. Learning how to be water, learn how to flow, because, like, isn't it ironic that no matter where we are in life, whether you are at the very bottom or at the top, we all have a different problem, or have a different problem, challenges that we have to deal with. And it's not a coincidence, right? So I guess, like, learning how to be water, learning how to, to let go, it's actually a very good thing. Sometimes we blindly cling on the things that we want, and they make us suffer.
Cha-ching, bitch! I'm rich!
However, if you have a goal, my friend, and your goal is not to sacrifice anyone, not to sacrifice your happiness, your principles, your integrity, and the things that you are doing is to help people, help yourself, and help people, go for it. Give it your best. Give it your best, okay? And if it doesn't turn out the way you want it to be, then retreat. Observe what didn't work, and then keep going, right? And then if life keep pushing you in a different direction, there are reasons why people are passionate about the things that they do, okay? And the people that are passionate about the things that they do, which is like good for their mental health, for other people, they'll keep pushing it because it's like a river. For them, they are the river, right? They keep on going. But for the people that are searching, for like fame, status, or traumas because of what happened in the past, or they want other people to perceive them in a certain way, those are the people that are swimming against the current. But the people that are doing good things, the people that are like, using their talent or helping people, like they like when they help people, they don't want anything in return. They do it because they feel like, hey, there are people that are less fortunate out there, and I'm just doing my part. Whether they get rich or not, they don't care, And those kind of people, they know how to survive, meaning that they don't need much, like, food, right? They can plant their food, they can work for other people, they can live in a community. Those people, they don't need a lot. So those people are the ones that tend to do really well in life. I don't know why that is, but maybe it's the energy that they give out, the abundant energy that they give out, and that's what they receive in the environment that they created. But when I look at business, right, even though we're talking about millionaires and billionaires, right, but the world that they live in, oh my God, it's so vicious, right?
What? Hooker and cocaine?
If you make a mistake, you can be certain that there is a person in line waiting for your downfall. And it's been like that for a long time now. It's nothing new, okay? But it's just something I want to point out. So wherever you are, my friend, you gotta learn sometimes the thing that we don't get might lead us to a better place. That's all I'm saying. Whenever you found your purpose, give it all you got, right? Keep doing it. And even if you're not because once you found a purpose, there is no definition of successful. It just is. You just keep on doing it. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, don't swim against the current. Be the current. That's very important. So much love, my friend. Use the hashtag Gazillionaires Club, and let's get this conversation going. If you are confused about the things that I just said, or you have any questions, let me know, okay? And are you the current, or are you swimming against the current? Much love. Ta-da.